it's Amy from raisingarrows.net, and it is after Christmas now, and something about after Christmas always feels messy. When I look around my house, the whole house seems like it exploded, and I am ready for it to come back together to some semblance of normal and declutter everything. And so that is what I'm doing today. I decided to start in the dining room. So I printed off my sheets that I have for decluttering, my clean and declutter templates that I have. I'll have a link down below for you to print off your own. And basically what you do is you write down the room that you are working on. And I mean, you can print off as many of these as you need. And then it's the area or section. That way you're not looking at the room as a whole. So I took the different areas or sections of the dining room, starting with this right here. This is where our crates are. And it's also where the printer is. It's where my Homeschool Mom Basket is. And I've been having the kids go through their crates, which I had that as a separate one. So I put the top of the bookshelf here, the crates, as a place to declutter and clean. And I keep clean and declutter separate because sometimes you can get something clean, but you can't get it fully decluttered. So I wanted to make sure I was cleaning and decluttering as I went. And if I couldn't get it all decluttered, I could at least get it clean, or the opposite. And then I put crates as a separate list. And so the kids have been going through their crates. As you can see, there's quite a bit going on there. So they've been going through those. Some of the kids are in other rooms. They took their crates to other rooms. The big thing they need to do is get rid of the stuff that they have been cramming in there and the things that don't belong in there, that don't go with school in any way, shape, or form. So that's what they're doing. And I'm just gonna, keep going through here. I'm gonna wipe down stuff. But what I wanted to show you today was my Homeschool Mom Basket. I'm gonna be decluttering that. And the reason I'm gonna be decluttering that is because, take a look. It is absolutely stuffed to the brim. It is bulging out, as you can see. And I just need to do something different. If you have a Homeschool Mom Basket, grab yours and we will declutter together. This is our new Bible study from Not Consumed. As you saw, a bunch of the scripture cards fell out there. I have the primary and the parent guide in my bag here so that I can help the little girls every day and also do my lessons. This is just a notebook. I probably had some lesson plans in there. And here are my actual lesson plans from Tapestry of Grace. You'll see we are on week 31, First Battles for Independence. I have planned all the way through the end of this year, which is week 36. We're getting close to being done with year 2. Oh, look, some balloons that do not belong in there, so I'm going to set those to the side. Story of the World. This is one of our spines for Tapestry of Grace. Colonies to Countries, also another spine, really great book. And we have some expo markers and eraser. I'll put those in a different place, along with some templates for leaves from this autumn, so I'll set those aside. Random things like, a walrus, and a pencil, things that belong in a mom's homeschool basket for sure. A book that I'm planning on reading to the kids, and then our German ball challenge from Talkbox Mom. Phoebe and the General, I need to assign that. Here is a copy of the Declaration of Independence. John Hancock right there. This is a great book, but we're done with it, so I'm going to put that aside into the bookshelf. This is a book about church history that we'll keep using. Oh, look, some hard lotion. That doesn't belong in there, and neither do the Kleenexes, frankly. Another eraser and another marker. I'll set those in a different spot. This is our Morning Virtues from Gentle Plus Classical Press, but we are finished with that. And our Island Story is a bit dusty because it hasn't been used lately, but we'll keep reading in that. Yes, more markers. And, a stingray and a rock. This is a wrap-up multiplication. I really need to use this more. I think I'll go ahead and keep that in my basket so I maybe remember. And some Unifix cubes that don't belong in there. Oh, and a Nerf dart. a bookmark that I'll probably use, so I'll set that aside. Oh, this is something I drew for the kids that was our entire family. They thought that was pretty cute. Auto bingo, not going to be using that in my homeschool bag. And then that's a scripture card. This is some old curriculum that I just need to set aside. And an articulation screener. This was for Mercy's speech therapy, as well as Aspen has used it too. So these are the cards that go with it. I will probably not be needing those. This is the teacher's manual for Apologia and Henry VIII. We are past that time period. Cactus lacing, we're done with that. More markers. Oh, New Hampshire. Wonder where that came from. More pencils. Oh, this is an art appreciation questions that we use with our fine arts lessons for music in our homeschool. Shakespeare, we're past him as well. More curriculum that needs to be put downstairs in my overflow cabinet because we aren't going to be using that. All right, it is totally empty now, and I'm going to dump that out and repack my Homeschool Mom bag. Okay, that's the front because it has the little mesh pockets, and I'll be putting things in there. I'm going to put the books that we read from most often in the front, plus the one that I need to assign. Along with my lesson plans. We haven't shown the Declaration of Independence yet, so I'll do that. Put some more books in there. Okay, there's our Bible study at the front. Put all of these erasers and markers and such in the front here. I use these probably every day when we use our maps, so I want to have those handy. I'm just going to take that out of the package. There's no point in the package being in there. I changed my mind about the Phoebe and the General. I'm going to actually set that aside so that I can remember to assign it. I'm going to put the art appreciation at the back because we aren't using that at the moment. Tests and solutions for the tests and modules and such, I'll just put that at the back because I don't use that real often. I am going to keep the articulation screener out because I do periodically test the kids just to see how they're doing. And that's that. It really cleaned up this Homeschool Mom Basket quite a bit. Okay, so I got it all tidied up. It's not busting at the seams anymore. Everything is clear and clean along the top of my school bookshelf, whatever you want to call it. So I wanted to clarify a couple of things. All of those things that I took out, most of those will go to an actual home. So things like the lavender grapefruit hard lotion that you saw, that's going to go upstairs in my bedroom. We are not using things like this anymore. We're past this stage in history. So this is going to go down to my homeschool supplies, which are down in the basement. Same with the Henry VIII and his wives, paper dolls. Those things are going to go down there. The Morning Virtues from Gentle Plus Classical Press, we're done with that. This fantastic book, it's going to go in the bookshelf. So there's a lot of those kinds of things. There was some trash in there, but not much. Most everything just needed to be rehomed. It needed to go to the place that it needed to be because we were no longer in that stage of history, or we were no longer in that curriculum. We were done with it, so it's time to put it away instead of just letting it crowd up in my Homeschool Mom Basket. So most of that stuff, I'm going to spend some time here putting that stuff away. I also wanted to tell you one more time about the clean and declutter templates that you can get for free on my website. I'll have a link for that in the description. Basically, you're just going to print off as many of these as you need, and it gives you an opportunity to take your rooms and the areas in your house in bite-sized sections instead of looking at it as a whole. So really for me, this dining room still has some messes in it. I still have a lot to work through, but I can now let me grab a pencil. I can now mark off that I cleaned and tidied the top of the school supplies, and the crates are going to be clean and tidy. And then as far as the notes and needed section, that would be like, for instance, I have Mercy's crate down there. If you look clear down at the bottom, her crate is falling apart. So I can make a note that next time, if I could take some measurements real fast, make sure that I get the right size, I can write those measurements on here and say that I could really stand to have another crate to go in that place because it's got a hole in it and it's falling apart. And so I would have those measurements here in the notes and needed section, and I could just reference that whenever. And this is a great way to go through your house over and over again, because it's not declutter once and you're done. You guys know that. You have to continue to keep decluttering throughout the year. But this is the time of year when I am ready to get rid of things, and I'm kind of motivated to jump on that bandwagon and get things cleaned and decluttered. And you're inside anyway. We're getting ready to have a snowstorm, and so it's just a good time to be in the house anyway. Why not be productive while you're in the house? You know, reward yourself with a cup of hot cocoa when you're done or something along those lines. And it's just a really good time for that because you're already inside. There's not a lot that you can do outside. So grab that clean and declutter template, and we will see you next time.